Hello, I am King Mac, and I'd like to thank you all for watching this feature presentation on YouTube. Be sure to enjoy a hot fresh cheeseburger with some french fries and a nice soft drink. Thank you for watching, and now here is our feature presentation of TTBurger game reviews on YouTube.
What's up, everybody? Tony here, and welcome back to another episode of TTBurger Game Reviews. And this is episode 186, the final video for Flying Game Month here. Part 1 of 1. Yep, a single part this time. I do want to apologize to you guys for the lack of content this week. Things had come up with work and other things, so it took up my time. But I'm back, and the videos will continue. It's just like sometimes there'll be like only 2 videos per week or so like that, depending on work and other things too. So be on the lookout for that. More videos will become as we're getting closer to that 200th episode for sure. And this is the end of Flying Games Month. And I've been talking about a lot of flying games, mainly helicopter games, plane games, and all that stuff. I last time talked about Jeep League, a futuristic helicopter combat game. I was going to do the Lethal Sky franchise, but then I realized that I haven't done any World War II flight combat games or anything like that. And this is my first time reviewing one of them, not counting the Ace Combat franchise, made by the company LucasArts, who's known for making the Star Wars games and stuff and more. And this game here that LucasArts made was actually a World War II flying game, similar to the Star Wars Rogue Squadron franchise, which was definitely one of my favorite Star Wars franchises of all time. But we're not talking about Star Wars here. We got this one right here. Secret Weapons over Normandy for the PlayStation 2, Xbox, and PC released on November 18th, 2003. The PlayStation 2 version is the only version I have. Before I get started here, I want to give a shout out to Free Green HD and SubZeroMNX and King Mac. Keep up the good work, you guys are awesome. Looking forward to more of your content for sure. Now I will say that Secret Weapons over Normandy is a fun game, challenging game, and fun factor with a bunch of World War II aircraft similar to the Star Wars Rogue Squadron franchise, down to the gameplay, the missions, and more. And that is a good thing in my opinion, despite some flaws. We have a great game overall. And I really like how LucasArts branched out and made a game based on World War II and stuff like that, because it showed that they were capable of making games other than Star Wars games. So just saying that there. But we got a lot to talk about here, so let's get started. The story of Secret Weapons over Normandy puts you in the role of James Chase, an American firefighter pilot who has volunteered to be in the Royal Air Force, and along the way it tells of what he went through in the World War II, and like the people he lost, the missions that he went through, and how things were not looking good at first, how things are looking up or so. It's a pretty deep story and does its best to do with the characters and everything, especially with James Chase. Chase only talks through like the cutscenes, doesn't talk like during a mission or so, and that's pretty good. He's a sound protagonist, but not a sound protagonist at the same time. That's what it is there. The game's presentation, we got good graphics, not the best graphics for a game released in 2003, but still good graphics for the most part. The plane models look very detailed and are probably the best part of the game. When the aircraft get damaged, you see smoke and flames coming out of them, and you start to feel the shaking of like your plane is gonna crash right out of the sky and stuff like that. So that's what I feel like there. When they explode, the explosions also look great too. The cutscenes are basically still images with like a moving camera with like a narrator over and stuff, like the ones in black and white. And of course you got Chase's journal entries, which show like a piece of paper with written in pen or so in cursive as he writes through what would happen. And that's really cool with the cutscenes and everything. The environments look okay, could be better. They got some type of fog going on them, and the draw distance does not extend very far, and trees and such can appear at the last minute, making you have to react fast. And also the frame rate, like mainly on the PlayStation 2 version, is not the best. I don't know what the other version is like, but the PlayStation 2 version is not the best when the action is getting hot. It's smooth over for the most part. When it gets hot, yeah, that frame rate will slow down. But that's all I gotta say about the graphics. The sound of Secret Weapons over Normandy, we have excellent sound. Excellent voice setting in different languages, English, German, and more. And a lot of the voice acting is really good that they're able to get German actors and stuff too. Some of the actors sound phoned in, but most part they are excellent. The music is great, has a combination of Star Wars and World War II movie feel to it, making the music very memorable and emotional at the same time, making it an awesome soundtrack. We have great sound overall, but now let's get into the gameplay. Lots of fun, not without its flaws. Secret Weapon over Normandy is a fantastic flight combat arcade game with Rogue Squadron gameplay elements in it. You pick an aircraft and go on missions and do the needed objectives to complete and more. You have primary objectives which you must complete, and secondary objectives which are like bonus objectives to get you higher score and stuff to add more upgrade points or use to upgrade your aircraft. Speaking of the aircraft, you have a big variety of them, tons of them, like ranging from the Swordfish Mark 1, the F4U and stuff like that, or like or just like a bunch of variety in the aircraft stuff too. And some missions, it gives you one aircraft to choose for like a certain mission, and I like that because it is easier because to pick which aircraft you want, you don't have to worry about, oh, this is gonna be good, and stuff that. So that's what it does there. And of course, your aircraft can shoot missiles, torpedoes, bombs, stuff like that, and such. And of course, you have this feature by pressing the circle button, where you can if you press it, it slows down time, making it easier for you to defeat the enemies, or hold it down to make time go faster and stuff. You're trying to get somewhere from point A to point B. And of course, your plane can turn, stuff that roll and stuff like that, and you can speed it up or slow it down with using the analog sticks there too. The controls do take time to get used to, but once you do, it'll be a blast for sure. You have 15 missions to go through, and if you complete the secondary objectives, like I said, you get upgrades for your armor and weapons and more of your aircraft. You have these airport landing areas to restock your weapons and health, and that'll become in handy, especially because you will get banged up all around and stuff in the game, in the missions. And as bonuses, you can unlock an X-Wing and a TIE Fighter from Star Wars, which definitely has a LucasArts feel to it there too. It was awesome to see him do this as an Easter egg for a Star Wars fan. I had a great time with Secret Weapons over Normandy. It should not be overlooked and stuff with all the content it has in it. Now the negatives. There are 15 missions, and that's a good amount there. Some of the missions go on for too long, longer than it should. You have missions that go on for about over a half hour or so like that, or 30 minutes or so, depending on how good you are. And they have checkpoints there, and if you die, you can redo the checkpoints, but you lose a lot of progress and stuff, and you can be almost at the end, and then boom, and go back to that checkpoint at the beginning of the level. The enemy AI is very smart, but the problem is they're too smart, making it hard to avoid them when you're trying to run away from them. They'll shoot you down, and you'll have to restart the checkpoint and stuff. And of course, this could be a pain in the neck, because if your checkpoint starts you back to where you were not doing well, you are gonna be fucked and in trouble and stuff, definitely. And your aircraft moves too slow at times, even at full speed, and trying to get away from the enemies to restock at the landing ports, you may not make it in time. And by the time you get there, it'll be too late. Speaking of the landing ports, the only way to land is when you're heading there. You have to have your landing gear down. If you don't have the landing gear down, it doesn't let you get you driving into the down arrow icon to land. That is a minor nitpick, but still, it's just a small annoyance there. Those are all the complaints I have with this game, though. Secret Weapons over Normandy is still a fun game overall, and it should not be overlooked if you like Star Wars Rogue Squadron games, and if you like World War II flight combat games for sure. So final thoughts here, if you want it, definitely pick it up in my opinion. I'm giving Secret Weapons over Normandy an 8 out of 10 because of the problems I have with it, but it's a game that should not be overlooked at all for sure. That's pretty much all I gotta say there. If you'd like to see here, subscribe, hit the like button, comment down below, join my Discord group, TTBurger Gamers Group, and my Facebook book group, TTBurger88 Gamers Group, and my Facebook page called TTBurger88. And don't forget to check out a new episode of TTBurger Burgers and Fries Game Talk with a Shake every Saturday as a podcast series that I make with my co-host Grim Monolith and Set Hyper the Princess. But for this episode coming up, we have a special guest here and a special episode. As this recording, it is July 29th, and the next podcast will be uploaded if everything goes well, Saturday, July 31st. So we'll be on the lookout for that. But all I gotta say, this is Tony. Peace out. Have a great day. Thank you all for experiencing the flight, this flying games month on my channel. Next month will be another special month. What will we talk about next? We got a lot of things we can talk about. We can talk about some horror, we can talk about RPGs, we can do whatever. So be on the lookout. There's more content on the way, so look over that. But all I gotta say is Tony. Peace out. Have a great day. See you all in episode 187. part 1 of whatever. Take care, everybody.